You want me to put that on my Tudor?
This one's wife. Look at me. Video analysis. Hello, I'm hgTudor. This one's wife has made a fresh appearance. After a period of relative quiet, relative for her at least, this one's wife resurfaced. She did so without Harry and appeared at the launch party for Highbrow Hippie. Naturally, because this is an attendance involving other people, her narcissism governs her behaviour. When she's on her own, and she's not interacting with another human being, and she isn't contemplating such an interaction, she's not governed by her narcissism. Thus, she can sit and just watch a film, because she's watching the film. But when it comes to the potential interaction with another human being, or where there is an interaction going on with one or more other human beings, it is her narcissism that is governing why she does as she does. Thus, her narcissism must always ensure that the people that she's interacting with are under control, kept under control. If they're threatening her control, that threat is nullified. And as you know, the 3 assertions of control, you can obtain that from the Knowledge Vault to increase your understanding, provides the basis on which the narcissist gets that control. Her narcissism is also looking to draw fuel from these people, the lifeblood. It may also be looking for character traits and residual benefits. In other words, her interactions with other people are all about what they provide for her, not about what she can do for them. What she might do for somebody else is linked to what she gets out of it. Accordingly, we see every single time she does something in relation to somebody else, it is her narcissism that is behind it. There are some people that don't get this, that they think that it's related to something else. It's not. Everything that she does when it's with other people is governed by her narcissism. That is what the driver is. And it is the pursuit of the prime aims, one or more of those 4 things that I repeatedly drive home to you. We're now going to see a couple of pieces of video footage arising from the launch party, which give you an opportunity to see her narcissism in action and in relation to the necessity of trying to make it all about her. Remember, the narcissist needs to be at the centre of things, because that way the narcissist will subconsciously know that everybody there is under control. It means that if all eyes are on the narcissist, people are talking to the narcissist, commenting to the narcissist, they're getting fuel. It can also lead to appropriate residual benefits. Conversely, if the attention is not on the narcissist, that wounds. And what it then means is that the narcissist is not getting the fuel that they require, but also they are wounded by the fact that other people's attention has gone elsewhere. And that is problematic for the narcissist. Therefore, the narcissism is always looking for opportunities to bring that attention back onto the narcissist. And you're going to see 2 examples of that now. Let's have a look at the first piece of footage.
Words of gratitude, at least I don't, to express how much each and every one of you guys mean to us, and I am not going to cry.
This short piece of footage shows the business partner of Katie Lee talking to the assembled crowd. Now, this of itself is problematic to this one's wife because it's not about her. You will see her to the left of the video. Accordingly, all eyes are on Katie Lee and her business partner. Her business partner is talking about how she's not going to cry this time, which prompts an "ah" from the audience. This situation is problematic for the narcissist because eyes are on somebody else and not her. Some narcissists would, for instance, call out a catcall, a joke, in order to make people laugh, which would then bring attention back onto them. Or perhaps would say, "Let's hear it for Katie," and I forget the business partner's name, but that person's name as well. thus bringing attention back onto them, making it seem like they're being supportive. Here, because of facade management, this one's wife doesn't go over and pick up a microphone and elbow away between the two women and say, I would just like to add some word salad for you all. No, her facade management keeps her in check. But you'll notice that what she does have to do is assert control over the two bold gentlemen that are either side of her. The one in front of her, I believe, is Serge Normand, and she has her hands on him. So once again, she's manhandling him, as we've seen in earlier videos, and she's doing so to ensure that his attention is partially focused, at least, on her, and that she's asserting control over him by physical means. Thus, he's trying to listen to somebody talk, and he has this one's wife pawing at him, showing a lack of boundary recognition, the same way that she does that with Harry, that she's always grabbing him when he's trying to talk to other people, always prodding him as if to say, I'm here too, which is all part of that direct assertion of control over that person, but bringing the attention back onto her. You'll also notice that she turns and looks over her shoulder to the other person as if to say, isn't that sweet? Now, those who are not initiated in understanding narcissism would just say, well, hey, she's just turning around and being kind. She's not. She's a narcissist. What she's doing is turning to that other person to get their attention, because their attention is on other people. And thus this exaggerated, isn't that sweet, with the rictus grin, originates from her narcissism and is designed to cause the other person behind to react to her. Rather than everybody react to Katie and her business partner, this one's wife can't miss out. So she has to do something. She can't affect the entire crowd, but she can do something in relation to the two appliances either side of her. Prodding Serge, thus asserting control over him, and turning and looking at the individual behind her so that that person is forced to react. Rather than just stand and smile and look favourably towards the speaker, this one's wife is incapable of doing that for long because her narcissism is clawing at her from the inside, whispering, make it about you, make it about you, make it about you. Thus, Serge gets touched and she turns to the person behind her. Once again, look at me, not the whole crowd. Her facade management isn't allowing her to do that, but it's sufficient for the purposes of control to make it about her in relation to the two people that are most proximate to her. Now let's look at the next piece of footage. Once again, it's at the launch party, and you'll see that this footage has actually been provided, or rather has been broadcast by @Sussex Squad. Anyway, leaving that to one side, you'll notice that the gospel choir are playing, and as the camera pans across, who do we see? It's a seal. No, not the singer by that name, but a seal that's clapping because it wants some fish thrown towards it. It cries. Yes, it's this one's wife, once again with those oversized man hands flapping through the air like a pissed-up ninja. She is clapping in that obvious manner of making sure that she is seen. Rather than clap at mid-height, she has to do that thing of bringing her hands together so it's prominent in front of her face so that she is seen. Another example of the exaggerated response, which is designed to try and bring attention onto her because she can't stand the fact that everybody's looking at the gospel choir. Again, for facade management purposes, she isn't going to pull the plug on them and say, go away, you're boring. She isn't going to elbow her way in, grabbing a mic and joining in, although some narcissists would. Instead, she is on the periphery, but she needs to be noticed. And once again, this causes her to engage in that exaggerated, ridiculous hand clapping that we've seen so many times before. Thus, it's somebody else's event, but this one's wife needs to, in more subtle ways, but it's there, draw attention onto her and take it from me. Because she's a narcissist, this is precisely what's going on. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for watching.